Hey guys, a video for our Wheels in Japan playlist, and I'm going to see on crazy drivers in Japan. As you can see, raining pretty heavily. Believe it or not, between that green car and that white car, there's another car. So the green car is driving really close to the car in front, so close we can't even see him, but you'll see him in a minute. And it's just really common. Usually not aggressive, see there's that car in front. Usually it's not aggressive towards the other drivers, usually, sometimes it is, but usually it's not. It's just the Japanese way. When there's a group of people doing something, they think it's sort of normal to do it really close to each other. Now have a look how close that car is to the car in front in the rain. You can imagine when there's an accident, they'll run into each other. And we've showed you the results of this before, happens all the time. And they're all surprised. You often see 5 or 6 cars in a row along the side of a road with people all standing there looking surprised. Geez, what happened? And it's because someone messed up and all the rest of them ran into each other. This one, so our passengers taking these videos, right? You can't see the cars in front, but look at the shadows. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4 cars there, really close to each other. So close that you can't see them in the camera, can you? You can just see the shadows of them. But just ridiculously close. Our passengers zooming in, we're hanging right back because we know if one of those guys messes up, they'll all run into each other, and then we want a lot of space between us and them, right? Because you see it all the time. They run into each other and stand there and look surprised. Geez, what happened? You know? Here it is again. And you see there's a black car just in front of these two, and you'll see him cutting lanes, backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards. They don't seem to realise the results of it, but anyway, that's what they do. There's this one again. We've showed you this one so many times. Here's a kid that looks about 2 years old, standing up on the seats between the 2 front seats. So they all do that. They'll stand there with their arm around the driver, you know, mother or father or whoever happens to be driving. We hate that one the most because that's not risking the fool's lives, that's risking the kids' lives, isn't it, you know, which is... In the old days we used to do it, but we stopped doing it because we found it was dangerous. As is this. Becoming more and more common. We've showed you how common it is. It's becoming more and more common because it's just become the norm now. So you see drivers driving around with their heads looking down in their laps as they're driving. Very scary business. And it just seems they think it's normal. The chances of getting a penalty for doing this is so remote, doesn't even worry them. And the worst offenders, usually truck drivers. They seem to be the worst, almost always staring at their phones while they're driving their trucks. Really scary business. And as we've told you before, there's a growing number of people killed every year as a direct result of drivers looking at their phones when they're driving their cars and trucks. Now and again, a truck will wipe out 3 or 4 cars. So it's really, really common. Here's something that's also a little bit common in our area. See that gutter there doesn't have a cover on it? And now and again, someone will mess up and put a wheel in there and the car will get stuck and they've got to get a tow truck to come along and pull them out. Anyway, there was that. More videos coming soon.